everybody, this is Susan and welcome to my channel, Susan Diamond Paints. So it's been about a week since I've talked to you last. Lots have happened, lots going on. Let's see, this week as far as work is concerned, we have Monday off. It is Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. So that's our second Monday in January to be off. So it gives us a 4-day week. This is also our last week in the building. Thursday is going to be our last day. We will be coming home and working from home after Thursday. Wednesday next week is the last week for the whole company to be in the building. So we decided that we would try to do it early or earlier. Make sure we can get everything set up. Have no issues while we're doing the move. So if we do have any computer issues, we will be able to take care of that for the 3 days that we have. So I'm trying to find my trays over here. So that's that. So that's where we are as far as work is concerned. I have, of course, given you the different view again. I got my artist table angled. It's a lot better for my back. Helps me to sit my butt up straighter like I'm supposed to. So that's where we are there. Let's see. Trying to think. Tuesday, this past week, we decided that we were going to come out of Straight Talk and go back with Verizon. I have a work discount, so it will help me save a little bit. And then I noticed that also if you do online or paperless billing, you save $10 per account, so I did that. Hopefully my work email will kick in and my discount through work will kick in, so that will be that. So I left work and we drove over to the Verizon store in town, which is like I could walk to it from my house if I wanted to, but you do have to cross the main highway. So we went and I wasn't really going to get like the latest and greatest, but I did end up getting, and he ended up getting the same, a Samsung Galaxy let's see if that's a screw or not. It is. Okay. Samsung Galaxy S22. We both got the same type of phone. So using the new phone, I'm getting used to it. It's a Droid. We've had Droids, so we're good with the Droids. And it took Les has all his music on his phone. He has about 70 gigs worth of music. So all his CDs that he has, he converted a long time ago to MP3s at that point in time, because that's what Apple was using before the MP4s. And then after the MP4s came around, he converted the MP3s to MP4s. So that's all his music. He has a crap ton of music. So it took 3 hours in general. One, to get the phone part set up, because coming out of Straight Talk, and if anybody comes out of Straight Talk, and I will tell you this, going into a whatever carrier provider you're going to go with, the EMIE or EMEI, whichever it is, a number on your phone. You will find that in your about of your phone on your settings. That is your account number with Straight Talk. It is not the account number that you see on your Straight Talk app. So that is the number that you would need to give to the provider that you're going with. And then once that is given, Straight Talk will send you a message that they notice that you are changing providers. They will send you a PIN number. That is the PIN number that you will give your provider that you're trading into to unlock your phone number, to transfer your phone number. So that part took a little bit because first off we used our Straight Talk app account number, and then Verizon came back and said, Straight Talk, you have number protection on your phone, meaning no one could use your number if they were using a different provider. And that's when I had to call Straight Talk, and that's when the contact told me, said, no, what you need to do is give them the IMEI or IMIE, I think it's IMEI, but anyway, number from your phone, that's your account number, and then the PIN. That's okay. So I got mine set up first, no, I got my husband set up first, then got mine set up, and then while I was talking to Straight Talk, on my phone, Verizon calls me, and then she walked me through it because she knew what she needed to transfer accounts over. So, and as soon as my number went, as soon as Verizon was able to take my number, I lost contact with her on the phone. So that's when I knew that everything went through like it was supposed to. So we're on the phone payment plan. We are thinking about paying half of the phone, each of us. You can do that after a month or after your first bill, I think. Then you can pay on the phone. So I think I'm going to pay half of the phone off. The S22s are $800. So that's what we plan on doing, is paying half of it off. So that won't be as long as you have to pay on it. And pay it off sooner, or maybe I can lower the payments. I don't know yet. I'll have to look into that. But just to get that taken care of, so we don't have that big looming thing. That's part of your bill. That's what makes your bill go up, is paying on the phone. And then it won't be a new every two or new whatever, or a new one comes out, because I plan on keeping that one forever until I need a new one. It's kind of one of those things, until it decides, or Samsung decides that they're not going to upgrade it anymore, then that's when we'll go with the new phone. It's 5G, so we have the 5G, so we're good there. And it's unlimited talk and text and data. It's the smallest plan that they have. We don't need all the perks, don't need the Discovery, don't need Amazon. We don't need Apple Music, and I don't really need Google Play. Although I might try the Google Play for the 6 months free. Not really sure yet. And so we have that. So then the rest of the part of it was transferring the phone data, your information, over to your new phone. So all they do is just put your phones together side by side and do that smart whatever it is that Google or Android has to transfer your data from your phone to phone. So going through that. So that's what took so long with less than 70 gigs of music. So we were there until like 8 o'clock. So we were kind of like talking to the guy. He was helping us out, and he told me, we appreciate you staying out past your open time or close time, because 7 o'clock was when they closed, and we were well into the 7 o'clock hour. So we were just talking about music, what he listens to, and he uses Apple Music because he gets that part through his phone through course Verizon. I'm sure he gets a better discount through Verizon also. So he's just talking about what types of music he listens to, and we were just telling him about the type of music Les listens to, because Les listens to everything, and which is why he has 70 gigs worth of music, because that's all his, what he owns. So just trying to get this flat better. Alright, so in doing that, so we just, like I told him, I said, hey, what type of music do you listen to? It's like, he's like, oh, I listen to a little bit of rap, and he said, I just like to find different things to listen to. Dude, you got an encyclopedia standing in front of you of music. I said, you ask him, he'll tell you. And so he thought, so we were just, talking, and he's like, talking about, the rap that he likes, and we're talking about Snoop Dogg, and then Eminem, and all that. So the older stuff, not the newer stuff, because the newer stuff right now is crap. So then we were like, so I said, hey, start naming artists you think and that well, too, if you see him in a concert or not. He's okay. So he starts out with Ozzy. Yeah, we've seen Ozzy. I've seen Ozzy live. I've seen Ozzy with Black Sabbath. I've seen the original Black Sabbath. You can't get any better than that. And then he goes, and I swear to y'all, now look, I just turned 49. I will turn 50 this year. I color my hair. My hair is red. You can't see the roots right now because my hair is red. My husband colors his hair. It's blonde. You can't see his roots. We don't have kids, so we've aged pretty well. So we really don't look like, number one, that he's just turned 52. Yesterday was his birthday, Friday the 13th. And then I don't look like I'm 49. And the kid, I swear he was young, so I'll give him that because he said he didn't know. And I'm thinking, well, before you start popping artists out of your mouth that you don't know, let's not go there. But he goes, well, have you seen Elvis? I about fell out of my chair when he said that. And I'm pretty sure my face told him, are you shitting me? Elvis. I'm not old enough to see Elvis. I think Elvis died in 73 and I was born in 73. No. I've seen his movies, I've seen Graceland, I've seen his airplane, I've seen his cars, I've seen his gold records, I've seen the shag carpet in his house, but I have not seen Elvis live, ever. I was like, oh my gosh, come on now. So then I was telling them at work that, and then my coworker Mary, I thought she was going to kill herself laughing so hard. She said, wait till I tell my mom. I said, yeah, you need to tell your mom that. Because her mom's older than I am. I'm not as old as her mom, but, you know, seen Elvis. To which, 2 days later, of that conversation, Lisa Marie passes away. So, yeah, that's, it's sad because she was only 54. I'm pretty sure, you know, guessing it out loud without even reading anything right now, because I haven't read anything since the, you know, her having the cardiac arrest in her home. She's probably died of a heart attack. And it's sad because, you know, she lost her son, 2 or 3 years ago in his 20s. It's hard for, I'm sure it's hard for, Priscilla. She's lost her husband and she lost her child, and she's still living, you know, just to go on with the world. So you still have your grandchildren, so she at least has that. But I'm sure it's hard for us, you know, to lose to bury your child, you know, before herself. So to, you know, to which that whole work conversation, I forgot to bring that up Friday. Forgot to talk about it later. So I guess to say on that notice, you know, it sucks. I think it sucks for her, and it sucks for that family that they lost their mom, and then, like I said, her daughter. And that's Elvis's last living offspring. Elvis doesn't have any living offspring now. So yeah, there's that. I mean, he does like on the side of his grandchildren, but you know, through his daughter, but that's about it. So, talked about that a little bit. These drills are crazy. They're so clumped up. It's 939s are a hot mess. But so that's the Tuesday news. So that's what so I have a new phone. I'm getting used to using it and all the perks. And of course, I've been taking pictures of Mr. and Mrs. Hawk that come in our backyard every morning when I walk out here to the building. They're either in our yard or in my in-laws' yard. So I've been taking pictures of them and putting them on Facebook. I'll try to insert some pictures here, not in the video. I'll try to do it at the end of the video because I got them on Facebook, so all I got to do is just insert them in. You know, that way y'all can see Mr. and Mrs. Hawk. So, been seeing them every day and taking their pictures, trying to get. So I got really good pictures of them with my new phone. My previous phone was okay, but you know, it was an 8E10, so old of old. Like no trade-in value at all. So I have those phones, restarted those phones, so I'm going to try to see if I can use the camera on the phone, although I took my SD card, my SIM card out of the phone, so I don't know if it's going to work or not. But, there's that. So then, yesterday, Wednesday night in the house, it didn't feel like the heat was working, like it wasn't heating, and it wasn't. Cool air was coming out. So I turned the system off, waited a little bit, a couple hours, turned the system back on, heat came out, okay. Same thing yesterday, no heat. So Les called the guy that checks our vents, or the heating and air system every spring and fall. Called him out there. He looked at it. So Les came over yesterday while I'm working to let me know the bad news is we need to get it replaced. And then the really bad news is to get the unit replaced. Train is out of stock, back ordered, as well things are right now. I mean, it's like not unusual about where you can't find anything. So they're out. They don't have any stock and back order. Lord knows when you're gonna get it. Then they said they'll search. We'll search around the United States and see if we can get it from somewhere else. The only place they can get the unit is in Orlando, Florida. So that's not gonna work. Lord knows when it'll get here. You know, we're in winter, people. Thank goodness it's not as cold as it was Christmas time. But needless to say, running on emergency heat. So last night it didn't feel like, or yesterday it didn't feel like that, the emergency heat was, working. So we know that it's low on Freon, and the coils are what's not working. So that's why we're getting a new unit. So we're getting an upgrade of the unit that is in stock. That will be coming from Train. So hopefully either Tuesday or Wednesday of this week coming, we'll be able to get our new heat and air system in. Now the one we have, the Train, because in the commercials, no one can stop a train. The train does last a good while. That train is 17 years old. So yeah, pretty much time for a new, I think. You can get more than 10 years out of a heat and air unit, pretty good, I think. The first one we had when the house was built was a German maker, Heil, H-E-I-L. That was the type of unit we had. So we moved in the house in 2002. 2006 is when we replaced it to the Train. So from 2006 till now, 17 years, or 2005-ish. I don't know, it's a new year, so I can't remember. I think it was in the summertime when we replaced it, but I'm not sure the first time around. But anyway, 17 years is, I think, good years to get on a heat and air unit. So that's what we have there. I tell you, just when it hits you, So that's pretty much is the news that I have for you. So it's not a lot of news. I have been listening to an audiobook, so I am getting my hours in for my 365-hour challenge that I gave myself. So I will have 8 hours done for that. I started listening to the last Walt Longmire audiobook because that's the one I needed to refresh my memory with, so I can go back into the series and listen to the series again, or pick back up listening to the series of where I am. So the As the Crow Flies is the book that I'm listening to right now. Almost done with it. So that will, like I said, that's my first audiobook of the year to count towards my 365 hours. I have started my second Linda Fairstein book, Lethal Legacy. No, not Lethal Legacy, I'm at Hell's Gate. Lethal Legacy is the one I just finished. I have a second book that I'm reading that I'm getting close. Did I finish it? I need to look on my piece of paper here. I wrote it down. Yeah, Lethal Legacy I finished. Mr. Mayfield's first book. Lethal Legacy I finished. So I'm a little close to getting into my 1,000-page goal to bump myself up to the next goal, which is the 5,000 pages. So I should have that done in January, provided I get one of these books finished. The next, Hellgate that I'm reading, or one of the other ones that I'm in the middle of reading, I need to get finished. I should have my 1,000-page mark done in January. So I'll bump myself up for that. Haven't read anything other than the Lethal Legacy. I was going to count that towards my Mickey Mouse series goal of 100 books, but because that's part of my serial goal, I was like, well, I'll just keep that in the serial ones and not worry about counting that in my Mickey Mouse goal. So the Mr. Mayfair does count because that's not part of the series group that I'm trying to do with Lee Child and, of course, the Linda Fairstein. So So I have that. And then I'll have, like I said, I reinstated my library card, so I can use it to help me with the older books that I've got to read for that 100 books that I'm doing. Watched the trailer for the new You season coming out, although I really need to sit and watch the previous or the beginning of the season, because the last season, so when I watched them, I watched that with my husband. But you know, that was new to me. I hadn't even watched the beginning stuff, so I really need to sit and watch those to figure out what's really going on, how crazy this man is. Although I know he's really crazy, but anyway, just get that background ready for when he goes to Paris, because that's where he's going. They're breaking it up in a 2-part deal. Thank you, Netflix. We appreciate you. I also heard that Netflix gets to keep Wednesday instead of MGM going off into Amazon. I think Amazon's got MGM now. Netflix actually gets to keep Wednesday. It was cut off before then, so the second season, whenever Wednesday comes, will still be with Netflix. So I don't have to worry about going to Amazon Prime for that, even though I have Prime, but you know, not everybody has Prime. So, dealing with that. I was watching last Friday before last, I can't remember if it was last Friday. Might have been last Friday, not this past Friday, but the Friday before. Mary making crafts, or she had a live, Friday Night Live, where she was going to show the things she's putting in her shop. And she does the, what she calls the Mary Mud. It's the putty slash wax putty slash, you know, crafting putty, whatever you want to call it. She makes scented colored ones for your diamond painting. So I was watching her live for her shop. Apparently there's a Alice in Wonderland-ish type diamond painting, diamond paint along theme, something. Anyway, so she released some putty, or Mary Mud, scented mud to go with the Alice in Wonderland theme. So she did one called Cheshire Cat Farts, to which she said it would be kind of like, you know, the unicorn farts scent. She said it was kind of like a sweet berry vanilla scent. It's I got it in the mail this week. I just brought it out here to try it out in my pen to see how I like it. I got the lemon chiffon meringue, nude color, uncolored, and then I got the cucumber melon, nude color, no color, and then the Cheshire Cats comes with color, so it's like a pink and purpley color, but it has it does have a berry scent and it's kind of strong, but it's kind of like one of these things you're gonna smell it on your pen. So I got my pen right here, so I have the lemon chiffon in my pen right now, so that's what's in the tip of my pen right now, and I can smell it in the pen, not so much just like, you know, when I'm painting. So just a little something to go with my red changes, or whether or not I want to use a diamond dot, or if I want to use the pink wax, or if I want to use my blueberries and cream scented putty, or any of this new mud, the new Mary Mud. So like, I like to try different things, so just to keep the boredom away. So that's what I'm doing here. So like I said, the lemon chiffon, it has a strong scent in the bag, the whole putty, but doesn't have a strong scent in the pen. So, you know, I should be able to use the Cheshire Cat Farts and then the cucumber melon. So, you know, just helping a business out, a small business out on Etsy. So I'll put my review on Etsy when I get a chance. That, you know, wasn't too sure about it. And it's easy to use. All you have to do is put the pen, as far as the single pleasure is concerned, and that's all I'm going to use anyway. It goes right into the putty, just like you would do into your wax. Just push your pen through it and roll it around a little bit, and it should pick it up. And then it has a little bit of excess on the end. It will come off while you're diamond painting. So we'll see how well it lasts. So it did crack me up though, because I'm watching her video just showing how you use your single placer to get the wax or the mud or whatever to put it into your pen, and then how to do, of course, for multi-placing. She says more for multi-placing than it is for single placing, and that she pretty much recommends a glue dot for single placing, which just cracked me up. It's like, I got it for single placing. That's what I got it for. I don't multi-place a single place. So I just wanted to try it out and see how it goes in single placing. Give me something a little scenty. Then I can, smell it when I want to sniff it, as opposed to the glue dot that makes you high. But, just kidding. But you know what I'm saying. Just, a little something different. Something fun for your diamond painting accessories while you're working on your fun painting. So I've been reading a lot on the Diamond Art Club VIP group of a lot of complaints with static in the Diamond Art Club's drills, which I experienced that when I was messing with the Justice League one that the unboxing failed for, so I still got to do the unboxing of that. And then that the static is crazy in those drills. So a lot of people said spray the bag, your containers, your whatever that you're going to put the drills in with static guard, especially just that, spray it overnight, let it dry, and you should be good to go and have no static. Some people say to use a Q-tip, dip it in alcohol, put the Q-tip inside the bag, stir it around. The alcohol obviously is going to evaporate, so there's not going to be any alcohol on your resin drills, and then that way it gets rid of the static. So there's a different couple ways. So I think first what I'm going to try is the, I thought about just doing the Q-tip and seeing how that goes, but then my first thought was, let me just pour the drills out onto a dryer sheet, rub them with the dryer sheet, and then see if that cures anything. And if not, then go to the Q-tip, because I don't have any static spray, static guard, or anything like that in the house. So there's that. So I'm looking forward to, I keep telling you, I've been looking forward to working at free home, working from home, fully remote. But this past week, some people came in, the picture I did the advent on the advent calendar, I gave that to the coworker it was for on Tuesday of last week. Monday of last week, because Monday's when I went in, because Tuesday Monday I had a doctor's appointment. Monday I had my mammogram done, and have to, it was closer to work, so I just came in and worked on Monday. So anyway, I gave her picture on Monday. She loved it. She goes, because she's a stress baker, so anytime she was stressed, she would bake things and bring it in, and we get these really great, like lemon blueberry pound cakes, or she'd make these bars, or she'd do some cookies, or she'd do some other kind of cake. So she would bring it in and share it with the department and share it with us, and so we ate a lot of her stressed goodies. So that's what that was who it was intended for. So when it's kind of one of those things, when you see it, you know it. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, that's for Pam. That's who I need to make this for. So I gave it to her Monday, and she's like, how much I owe you? I was like, no, don't worry about it. It's like, it's your Christmas gift. It's your thanks for being there gift. It's I'm gonna miss you gift. It's you're going away because we're all going remote gift. And I don't know when I'd get to see her. I know I'd get to talk to her. I mean, I teams her sometimes, but get to see her again, I don't know when that would be, if ever. So see her physically in the present. So I gave that to her Monday. And then she's like, yeah, we're having Chris, one of the coworkers, his birthday was Wednesday. No, Thursday. His birthday's Thursday. I said, well, we'll be in Thursday. And she's like, well, I'll let you know. Well, Karen's going to have the cake, and we'll let you know. I'm like, okay, great. So I talked, when Thursday came in, and of course we had some of his cake, because he's fasting or doing a New Year's resolution of no sugar and no carbs, so he's not eating any of his birthday cake. So it's like, get some cake, and eat it. And it was a chocolate vanilla cake with pretty good icing on it. So did that, and then I was talking to my friend Kieran about work stuff. He was helping Pam load some stuff into our car and take stuff out, and he goes, he says, it didn't get to me. He says, until, he says, I get here. He says, the name's already gone off the building and the name's changed. I said, well, the name's been changed. I said, a couple of weeks now. I said, so instead of the building, the company name, and I'll tell you the company name. I've been really reluctant to tell you like where I work. I don't need the flashbacking of, oh my gosh, you're freaking mobsters and you just steal money from people. I don't need that hot mess in my life. I work for who I work for. So Purpose Financial is who I work for. Not a lot of people know that the company-wide business name. You would know more the entity if I told you what the entity was. And I'll go ahead and tell you that just so you know. Advance America is the entity. Advance America National Cash Advance. We are a payday lender, but we're not just payday lending anymore. We do payday, we do installment, we do line of credit, we do title loans. That's the company I work for. I work in the back office for the company. I do this, that, and the other. Getting that out of the way. So that's where I work. So he goes, yeah, he says it was a little difficult. He says coming in, he said, and seeing the names not on the building anymore. And the sign, is sitting out there, and it's 2 Morgan Square now. And I said, well, then I told him, I said, yeah, it's been that way for a couple of weeks now. And he goes, yeah, he said it was just a little hard. I said, yeah, I said, I understand that. He hasn't been here as long as I have. I've been with the company. It will be, let's see, we're in 23, so it will be 24 years in July. How long I've been with the company. The company's a little bit older. Some people have been in the company longer than I have, but there's a few of us, a handful of us that are still, what we call the old fogies. The old fogies are still here. It will be hard for me this week to be the last time to be in that building. Know that I've been in the building for 23 years. The building was built in the year 2000, and it was the beginning of the year 2000, I do believe. So, been in that building for a really long time. Been worked on every floor. I can just pretty much say now that I've worked on every floor, because I started out on the first floor in the recon department, moved up to the 3rd floor when I worked for Treasury. Treasury then moves up to the 4th floor, so I moved up to the 4th floor. Came out of Treasury into the collections, what was then called the collections department, still on the 4th floor. Collections got renamed to the back office BOLA department. Actually, it was a BOSS department, BOSS. We wanted to be the back office super squad. HR had a problem with that, so it became the back office loan administration department. When the collections department came into the company, they were the phone-in calls or calling out to do collections. That's when they got their name, so we had to change our name. Been on the 4th floor while I was working in that. Went across the street when we got too big for the building. There were about 4 departments that moved across the street. It was ours, customer comment line, store support, collections, and then IT. We were all over there together. After COVID hit, IT was pretty much the first department, I think, that went fully on remote, and then everybody else kind of followed suit. So much so that then they sold the building out from underneath us, so you either went remote or you went to Greenville. So we were going remote. I know I've told you that before, but just reiterating that, we were going to go remote. So, yeah, so for me it's going to be hard this week, because it will be my last week in the building of a building I've been in for 23 years. Been with the company for that long, so didn't start out in that building, had a different building we started out in. Didn't get teary-eyed about that building, because I went in that building for long. But this one, yeah, it's going to be a little hard. I'm expecting it to be hard, and and the stuff starting to, the first floors have been working on. They're pretty much got them, I think, pretty close, and they're wanting us out, obviously, in the build by the end of this month, because they got to work on the second and fourth floors, which and the basement, which are the floors we've been occupying, to get getting ready for the new stuff that's coming in that building. So our building though is not ready yet. The Greenville location is not ready yet. So there is a remote area. Just looking for what I need next. A remote area that they're going to use in Greenville that they'll use in while they can before where the new building is ready. So, and then some people, one department that it's going to have to be there and then will have to be in Greenville is going to the warehouse that stays in Spartanburg. So there's a department that's going to the warehouse after next Wednesday. So I don't know when they're going to get their move on. I would think it's sometime next week too, or also. So that's kind of where I'm at and what I got you caught up with. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, and I have they called me after Tuesday, Monday got my memorandum done. Wednesday I'm working from home. I got a phone call. I had my earbuds in, so I couldn't answer the phone because I was listening to my audiobook. And it was a call and they said, hey, you know, you had your mammogram done on Monday and we want to send you to the cancer center to do a ultrasound, like on your right breast. I'm like, okay. So I got that appointment. That's Monday at 1, so I'll leave here to go over there. So my husband's freaking out and I'm telling you it's okay, and they just want another picture. They just want a better picture is all it is. They're not saying any masses, anything like that. They just want a better picture. And I told him, I said, what I think really happened was when I was getting my right one done, and you have to understand I'm a small breasted person, so when I was standing there getting it smushed to high heaven, I wasn't standing comfortably enough. I felt like I was going to fall was the problem. And so, of course, when they tell you to hold your breath, and you know, you got to do it for the 5 seconds. And I didn't get a good one in to start with, and then I let it out too soon. So I think I created my own shadow on the picture. So that's what I'm going with. I ain't putting anything negative out there because there's no point in doing that. My husband's freaking out though. He's like, he thinks something's wrong. I told him, I said, no. I said, they just want to get a better picture. I haven't felt anything, so you know, that's what I'm going with. So when I know the results, I'll let you know. It's kind of funny because I hadn't even told my mom about it yet, and I'm sitting here telling you on YouTube. But you know, when you see the video, I already have the ultrasound done because this will be Monday afternoon's video. So maybe I can give you a little disclaimer, a short video, because I'll get the results on Monday. Oh, where it is and what it is. So there's that. I have noticed that I'm putting, of course, the little devotionals out there for you. I've got to release some more. Gotta get next week's ready to go. Gotta get those recorded and scheduled up. I didn't think, you know, for a while there, I didn't think anybody was gonna watch them because, you know, whatever. And that's what I told you. I felt led to do the devotion, therefore I was going to do it, and you're going to get it for the whole year. So I would like to say thank you for those of you who are watching it. I appreciate you watching it. It's like 10, 20 seconds, you know, not long at all. So I'm hoping it's blessing you like it's intended to do, and I hope you are having good days and good weeks, you know, based off on the new beginnings for January. So there's a lot of new beginnings going on over here with the new heat and air unit, but kind of is what it is, you know. You gotta go roll with the punches, y'all. That's about what I can tell you. Every day brings you something new, and just how you as a person react to it and go with it. So it's just yeah, it is what it is. So you just gotta go with it. So. Last night we didn't have the unit on. He told us we could use the emergency heat. Of course, that'll knock your power bill up. And then I thought, well, so we decided we were going to go to Walmart and get some electric blanket throws. So that's what we did. He got one, I got one. So I had that on last night while I was playing my Disney Dreamlight game. And he had his on when he was playing on his computer doing his gaming. So then we put it on the bed last night. His on the bed, mine's on top of the bed. I didn't have mine on. Had his above the sheet, so his was on the bed. So we had that last night. Didn't have the emergency heat running because when we turned it on last night, it felt like it was still cool air. There wasn't no heat, coming out. So I said, there's no point in running cold air through the house during the night because it got down to 26 last night. So I said, there's no point in just cooling the house off and not having, any kind of heat and just be wasting the emergency heat part running, knock your power bill up and you're not getting any heat. So we didn't run it last night. Had the electric blanket throw on the bed, had his on about mid. I told him after 3 hours, I said it'll automatically go off. I said so you didn't have to worry about that burning you up the whole entire night. So of course it went off and I think he still turned it on, but we sleep with a fan. Now I didn't have the fan on last night. I'm snotty now because of it. My head is was all stopped up this morning. And I was congested from it. And I told him, dummy me says the following. I didn't sleep good last night. He said, oh no, he says, you can't say that. I said, well, why not? He said, because you snored. I said, well, I'll tell you why I snored. I said, because I didn't have the air. I didn't have my fan going on me. So it's just this non-circulating air that's on me. I said, that's why I snored. I said, I'm sorry. So the house got down to 54 degrees this morning. That's when we woke up. That's what the house was on, 54. So he turns the heat on to bump it up to about 71. Was 66 when I just left, and that was at 12 o'clock this afternoon. To come out here, and I got my own heating unit out here. So it's on 69, so I'm good. I got my hoodie on, so that, it's all good, but, I'm still a little head cold and snotty, so. So that is that. So we got rooms closed off, doors are closed. I've got the blinds pulled up in the bedroom to let the sun in to heat the room up as much as we can for it to sleep tonight because I got to have a fan tonight because I won't sleep good. So I've got to be able to sleep good. So I will do that tonight, have the fan going along with the electric blanket throws on the bed. And then I went off just to get the extra blanketing to be warm so we won't be cold when we sleep. Oops. So far. Yep. So that's where we are. So he's going to use his like games. He's going to get a new webcam. One's on sale that goes with his Stream Deck system. And he's, of course, talking to anything is stupid to get it. So I said, this is how this is going to work. I'm going to have a webcam for my computer because I'll be working off my main computer at home as opposed to my laptop. Laptop has a camera on it, computer does not. I said, I'm going to have one just for our meetings because that's the way they want it. They want us to be able to see you. Don't know why. This just makes it more personable if I can see you on a video when I'm talking to you as opposed to just talking to a picture on Zoom or Teams or what have you. They want to be able to see us. I said, well, I have to get a webcam. So it's either the following. Either I'm going to get a webcam and it ain't going to be that much. I said, you're going to get the one you want to go with your setup. I said, and you're going to give me the one you have and then I will use it because it's no big deal about what I'm going to be using it for because I'm just going to be using it for our videos for our meetings. So I might as well just give me whatever one you got and you get the one that you want. So that's what he's looking at doing. Then we got to, of course, decide where we're going to go eat. Where we go and do that. I thought about me making pizzas tonight. But now that he's going to get a webcam, I'm thinking, well, might as well just go out and eat while we're there. And we're going out to eat tomorrow with his parents because now we'll be celebrating our birthdays. So we'll be doing that. Okay, let's see what my next color is. Do I have any stars? Yes, I got a few of those. Let me get those. So there, that is where we are. So I got my last Simply Gilded box, subscription box. I canceled the subscription. I just told them here right now I got enough, and now I don't need to skip months because I kind of would need to skip month after month after month. So just let me cancel it now, and then if I need anything, then I can get it, you know, in their sales and things like that. So on my cover sheets that I got from 4Kids147, I have my stickers on it. So I have the stickers from the boxes that I don't use. I try to do the planner thing. I don't know if that's going to work for me right now. I'm not a planner person, so I've just been writing my books down on a page and putting the number of pages and the date read, so I know where to put it on my less turned pages goal. So that's all I'm doing there. So like no stars or nothing on there. I just need a, you know, already done, and I do have one. I have a book that's already done, reading log book. I just need to bring it over here so I can start using it and do all the fancy things with it that way. So I had it back to what I was having. They Simply Gilded has their washi tapes, and they'll do bows on their washi tapes, and they do bows on their stickers. So they do bows with the different colors, their theme of whatever that is for that month. So this is what you see for these cover sheets right here. Is you see the bow stickers. So you'll see those for a while. I'm gonna be using that to use on my diamond paintings with the clear covers, because I can't stand a clear cover to use in place of the clear cover. And I'll just do what I am doing right now. I'll just move it a square up and cut the paper across, and that's where we'll be. And I think that's where I'll be doing my next pictures anyway. It's just lay it out, move it up, and cut it as I go. Cut the clear paper off as I go, which I guess is what I should say. So there is that on that. I'm trying to make sure I get all my stars here. So I think I've talked pretty good here with you. I got you a good talkity talk, chatty video for you on Monday. So I believe this is where I'm going to stop the recording so I can save some things if I need to for later. You know, Wednesday I can tell you about the results of my ultrasound and where we are and what they're moving out and all the other craziness to get myself into here. So I am going to stop the video. First I'm going to stop the recording part. So let me stop that. Alright, so on that one, look, it's almost about an hour. You get an hour video. You don't know what to do with yourselves. I don't know what to do with yourselves, but that's where you are. So I will end this here. Thank y'all for watching. Here's the channel that y'all gonna get for the Monday. I'll get this loaded up so you can see it. And like I said, y'all have a great week. It's just Saturday right now for me, so I still gotta get through the weekend here. And then the 3-day, but part of it's gonna be at a doctor appointment. So on that, I will chat with y'all later, and y'all have a good one. I'll see you. Bye.